we're gonna talk about it. As you can see, I made that dress. Have y'all seen this image? Because I have, about 100 times. And about 100 more times after I started this project. This is the iconic rainbow dress worn by Le드벨벳 in Peekaboo, Miss Joy. This isn't the actual dress. This is my botched remake of it. And I'm gonna tell you how I did it. But first, before I go any further into how I actually made this dress right here, I wanna give a little history about the actual dress itself. And I'm gonna give you all the information I could find, but there wasn't a whole lot. So this dress and all of the other sequined dresses from the Peekaboo music video were made by Ashish, designed by Ashish Gupta. He is a London-based designer who is very well known for his work with like bright colors and especially his work with sequins. Taylor Swift also wore this dress, fun fact. Anywho, from what I could find, it looks like it's from his fall 2017 collection, because I don't know if it's specifically from that collection, but if you look at the designs from said collection, they're incredibly similar. I don't know that they showed up on this specific runway because I did not see them in the photos that I found online. If you look at them and you date it, I mean, fall 2017, Peekaboo came out in 2017, it adds up. Now, I do have a couple quotes from an article by Harper's Bazaar interviewing Ashish Gupta. "Equality and inclusivity have always been a part of the world I was imagining, which I wanted to live in," he says. "For me, making collections is a very personal process. It's not necessarily about what's cool right now, it's more about asking myself, what do I want to express?" Self-expression is a huge theme in his clothing, and you can definitely see it come through in his garments. They're incredibly gorgeous, they're so well made, not like mine. And he has some gorgeous designs, y'all. Like, gorgeous. With that being said, is mine that good? No. We can do our best. We can do our best. We can. I am not a seamstress. I am not a dress historian. I'm not a designer. In fact, I am not qualified in any way, shape, or form to tell you how to make this thing. I am simply a girl with a sewing machine and a dream. But nonetheless, I'm gonna tell you how I did it. Now, would I consider this a sewing project? No. This one was a little more difficult because I do not have the time or money for thousands and thousands of tiny sequins. So this is how I did it on an extreme budget. You know what, hold on, let me go. I gotta go grab my idea sheet, I'll be right back, hold on. Okay, we're back. So this was my original idea sheet. As you can see, I have inspiration. And I also have a swatch of the fabric I did with the sequins here so I could get the right coloring. And I have a bunch of notes here. I wrote out, oh God, I did this so long ago and I'm just now making the video for it, so I don't really remember what I wrote down, but I'm gonna try to decipher it for you anyways. So here I have all the colors listed out in order as I saw them, and I counted them, and I believe, yeah, there were 17 colors in total. They repeated twice. 36 stripes total, 6 lines per stripe. I went in and I took the, hold on, let me get the sequins. Okay, so I was using these like stringed sequins, which is not the way it is supposed to be done, but you know what, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like I said, extreme budget. So basically what I did, I measured the width of the sequins, which is not much, and then I multiplied that by how long each stripe needed to be and how long it needed to be for my torso. There was a lot of math involved in this, and I'm surprised it worked out because math. But anyways, I don't even know what I wrote. Oh, and by the way, you can get these sequins on Amazon. That's where I got mine, so pretty simple. I did need a lot though, just fair warning. My math says I need 36 stripes total to repeat the colors twice, right? Okay, 6 lines of sequins after measuring their length per stripe, which means I needed 216 lines total of sequins, like 216 individual lines of these sequins right here. Each stripe is 0.75 inch or 2 centimeters. And then there's just a bunch of numbers off to the side that I don't remember what these mean. Just to simplify this, because I don't remember exactly what I did, I measured the width of the sequins. I measured how much of the width to make each bar of color. I needed 6 lines of sequins to finish each bar of color, right? And so I multiplied 6 lines of sequins times the 36 color stripes that I needed to calculate the length of the sequins I needed, and then I placed an order for line sequins, which I got on Amazon. So I ended up needing 2.5 orders of sequins because I got these in like a bundle. These all came in like a package of multiple colors, and I couldn't find the exact colors to match every exact color on this specific dress, but I got it as close as I possibly could. And I did have to substitute some colors for others, but I think overall it's not bad. I ended up spending, I want to say $70 on the sequins, which for my broke self was kind of a lot, but we're rolling with it. We're rolling with it. It's okay. It worked out in the end. Kind of. We'll get there. I actually mapped out the colors of the sequins and where they would go. This is the fabric, the base fabric I used for the base of the dress. I just tested all the sequins in the order they were gonna be in to see if they would work out, and I think it worked out pretty well. I mean, I know they're like falling off and you can barely see it, but there was a time when this looked really good. So I had a plan for the sequins, but did I have a plan for the base? No. And you know what my plan for the base was? Take 2 pieces of very stretchy fabric and mash them together. And that is exactly what I did. I cut out 2 pieces of like stretch material and I just sewed them together, 2 seams on the side. A key factor though, because I did have to change the straps. Do not use stiff straps. I used ribbon originally for the straps and it did not work. So I had to change to an elastic strap, and I just got like thin black, very fine black elastic, and it turned out just fine. So, but that was the key. The key was the stretch in the shoulders to make everything look not weird. But now came the biggest question. I made the dress, I put the straps on. That was the easy part. The hard part was getting the sequins on the dress. And I looked up how to put sequins on a dress, and I found there are multiple ways to do this, but I looked at like tambour hook embroidery, I believe it's called, and I don't know exactly how they did it for this dress, but I'm assuming each sequin was put on one by hand, which I do not have time for. Time is a commodity that many of us lack in this day and age, including myself, so I did not do that. In come the string sequins. So my plan, and this is either really smart or really stupid, I'm going with the latter. My answer was glue. Tons and tons of glue. I don't think you understand how much glue I went through to make this thing, okay? I used like 10 huge squeezy bottles. I don't have like the tubes anymore because I used them all and I threw them out, but if I find the ones that I used, I'll pop them up on the screen here. I took the base of the dress and I put it over my dress form, because I knew that once I put the glue on, it was gonna hold the shape of the glue, right? And I also knew that these string sequins, they have no stretch, absolutely no stretch. Like you could not, you see this? No elasticity. So I knew that I had to glue it in the position that it was gonna be in. So I threw it on my dress form and I just started going to town. And now, okay, my dress form is not a perfect shape of me, but it's close enough. Could I have made like a personal dress form out of like duct tape and like stuffing? Yeah, I could have, but I didn't. Literally just line by line, I would sit there and I would glue it on and I would rotate the dress form slowly and slowly and slowly until I reached a new color, and then I would switch it out and glue slowly and slowly and slowly. And I did that until this happened. And it looked great. It looked magnificent. It was beautiful. And I was like, wow, this is gonna work so well. And then I thought, how am I gonna get this off the dress form? Now, I'm not a total idiot, okay? I did go into this thinking this is gonna be hard to get off this form. I knew that. I understood that. But I didn't think it was gonna be this hard. I tried first to just pull it off from like the bottom, because that was, that was the widest point, you know? So I was like, if I just pull it up, the hips will go over the shoulders, right? Wrong. That did not happen. First of all, I did not fully comprehend the rigid nature that sequins create. I mean, this thing is like a rock. It stands on its own. There is nothing inside of it. Let me demonstrate for you. Do you see? Do you understand? Anyways, you get it. Bro, I even tried to get this thing off with a spatula. That's how far I went to try to get this thing off. I was like, but in the end, I did have to cave and I did have to just cut it all the way down. I had to cut it anyways because I knew there needed to be a zipper because again, there's no stretch to this thing. Like once it's on you, it's on you. I cannot breathe in this thing. Okay, so then what? You manhandled this dress off of your dress form. The sequins are on. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful. There's a gaping gash in the side, but it works. But does it fit? And surprisingly, it did. It did fit. I was shocked myself, especially after I put the zipper on and it still fit. Is it a pain to get on? Yes, absolutely. But can I get it on? Also yes. And I'm taking that as a win. But I did have to take it in on the bust just a little bit right here on the side. I just made a little dart on the side and it was perfect. Not a problem. So I'll pop up a couple videos on what the dress looks like on like a human body and not just standing in the ether, so you can get a better idea of what it looks like in actual movement. I did already make a full video with this dress. I did a cover to, surprise, surprise, Peekaboo by Red Velvet in this dress, so if you want to check it out, and you know what, while you're there, you should actually check out my other videos. You know, I actually have this really good one that I really like. You should, here, you know what, I'll show you. But anyways, that is the story of my budget rainbow dress. I don't know, if you want to do this, don't use glue. Oh, you know, sometimes in life you have big ideas. And those big ideas are really difficult to accomplish, especially with no time, no money, and no resources. But we make do, and we make things happen. So I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble about my dress adventures today. Let me know what else you want me to make. Please, give me ideas. Anything at this point, just tell me to make it, I'll probably do it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It was a fairly simple process. I mean, I made a base dress, I glued on some sequins, I added a zipper, bada bing, bada boom. We got a dress. Okay, bye. See y'all next time.